What's going on, Fat Guys fans? Big Ed here.
John over here. What's happening?
Just so you know, we call him Tiny because we're family. So don't ever do it, though. He'll kick you in the teeth. Check it out. Been watching the National Football League all day today.
Right.
My first thing I want to talk about is Jay. I got sacked 9 times in the first half last week. Walked off the field to the wrong direction because somebody busted my nugget. And
my bell's rung.
Yeah. Jay Cutler, maybe it was good for the Bears. He sat out. Who was it that came in and replaced him?
Yeah, that's that 16-year veteran, Todd Collins. You remember him at Buffalo.
Played for the Bills.
I think he backed up Jim Kelly at one time.
Really?
That's a long time ago.
So was he in number 3 or 4 of the 4 in a row?
There you go. I think he got knocked out of the game shortly after Cutler was knocked out of the game. They had to bring in some JV quarterback from some
Middle East High School.
Exactly.
Over in, the east side.
I think it was
Chicago.
Brett Favre's nephew from there in southern Mississippi.
Oh, Leroy Favre.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't normally do this, but I'll have to say the Bears. They did what they had to do.
Yeah.
We mentioned the F word. Let's talk about his old team, the Packers. Dude, against the Redskins, Shanahan, the Rat, trying to make it back in. What are your thoughts?
Man, I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers can't carry the whole team. He can't play defense, and
he can't kick either.
He can't kick. Yeah, Crosby did punch one right against the upright.
Doink.
That could have probably put it away, but they didn't look impressive. And defense is giving it up, and offense is giving up sacks. I think they got issues they got to clean up.
Look at the injuries, though. I mean, even Matthews, something wrong with his leg, the knee bone, or
attached to his hip bone,
or his toe bone, whatever. Lots of injuries. Let's see what they can do on their defense once they get healthy. Let's talk about another beat-up team, the Broncos. Dude, 2-3. I didn't even think they'd be this good right now. Kyle freaking Orton on pace to throw for 5,000 yards. Don't want him to do it. Dan Marino did it, no Super Bowl title. Drew Brees did it, no Super Bowl title. I don't think the Broncos will go there anyway this year. But, I mean, what do you think about Kyle, dude?
Well, I mean, lighten it up from one end to the other, but that's not boding well for their wins and losses, so that's really the issue. I think you got to look at them playing defense at some level. They aren't really.
Well, yeah, and then look at defensive. Big injury today. Brian Dawkins went down, out of the game. You can't lose Doc. That guy's like, 120 years old, playing like he's freaking 18. He's a stud.
Yeah, and then let's make a maneuver over to the Major League Baseball and talk about my Yankees pulling it out last night and crushing the Twinkies.
The Yankees. I mean, didn't Gardenhire get kicked out of that game last night, or was it the night before?
It was the night before, I believe. And I know that's a bad word to you, the Yankees, but they did do it in style last night, and I had to like it. And you just gotta like it, being a lifetime Yankee fan.
If I gotta root for anybody right now because my Halos are gone, I would root for the Yankees.
Giants.
Can't root for the Giants. Sorry, that's our knucklehead cameraman over there. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's under the influence of the Tiki Hawaiian Punch from Shasta.
Yeah.
So he drinks a little too much of that, and he says the
carbonation got him.
But
yeah.
No,
I seriously am.
I mean, if I looked at the Giants though from the National League, the pitching is spot on.
Yeah.
Buster Posey, I mean,
Giants, ball player.
Giants could do something fancy there.
I like it.
Back to the NFL. We were watching the Cowboys get smacked around by the Titans. They tied it up now, which is kind of a drag. I hate the Raiders. See, I can't even say that word.
Yeah, have some of your lockdown brewery, Folsom, California.
There you go. I hate the Raiders. I hate the Chargers even more because I can't stand Phillip Rivers. And apparently the Chargers have jumped back on top 17-15. But, let's see what happens. And there is a cricket match on today.
Yeah, well, I want to, getting on the cricket subject, I want to talk about those 3 Pakistanis that got busted and then went to jail. I think you know a little more about this, but what went down with that?
The 2 Fat Guys actually broke that. We talked about that, and you can go back and look at the videos. We talked about the Pakistani dudes going to jail for betting on cricket 2 weeks before one of these major internet sites broke that story, dude. So we're on top of that. They're in jail. chances are they won't be released until they have at least 2 or 3 boyfriends. I don't know what their names would be in Pakistan. I'm not sure what the Pakistani translation to Leroy is. But the bottom line is, dude, they're going to be somebody's little Pakistani biatch.
I got to tell you, the cricket is paid for this because it's a black eye for the sport, and that sport is up and coming. South Africa spent a lot of money on their cricket venues.
Oh man, they have this huge. They spent almost $10,000 on their new cricket stadium. State of the art. It seats 37, 2 bathrooms, 1 snack bar, and 2 ticket booths. You don't get any better than that in cricket.
They're selling fried shrimp.
Oh, dude, on the Barbie.
Shrimp on the Barbie, baby.
Half their team's from Australia.
But that cricket sport is quite a sport, and I just enjoy watching it.
I was going to watch the Cricket World Cup. It kind of interfered with my time that I was utilizing to enhance my Barbie playing skills. So I went ahead and spent some time with my kids. I missed the cricket. I had it TiVo'd. I just can't get enough of the cricket. The way they use that little bat thingy, and Prince Charles plays cricket, dude.
Oh yeah, it's an up and coming sport.
It's royal.
It is. It's going to be worldwide. I think they're here locally at Folsom High School. I think they're going to start playing cricket.
You think they'll have an intramural cricket team?
I would believe that's how it starts. That's how it happens.
Dude,
it starts like
you know what's going to happen though? Modern day down in Southern California is going to end up having like the CIF champions 15 years in a row, just like they did in football. There'll be little cricketers everywhere.
Well, they'll be breeding them with steroids in their system.
Oh, sweet.
Cricket.
Could you see a cricket dude with freaking guns this huge holding that little bitty bat, smacking it back to the pitcher or whatever they call that guy in cricket language?
I love it.
That would be phenomenal. So anyway, I'm Ed.
I'm John.
I hope you fat guys have a great sports Sunday. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Later.
Later.